think you can show up early and late. That just reply. So
At least it was around.
we can have relationships right here with fractions. The first fraction is going to be side A over side A. So however long this side is divided by sine of the angle is going to be the same as the side of B over sine of angle B. And then side C divided by sine C. And we'll see an example later of how to use this, but this is really useful when you have two sides in one angle and you need to find the other angle, or two angles in one side and you need to find the other side. Okay, this is what we're going to use if we don't have a 90 degree. And then as you guys know, A plus B plus C equals how many degrees? 180. 180 degrees. Emily, can you shut that door? Thanks. Okay. Are we good for an example? Okay. So we want to solve the triangle. Solve the triangle. We have angle A is 27 degrees. Angle B is also 27 degrees. And side C is going to be 4 units. Whether that's feet or inches or meters, it doesn't really matter. I'm a visual learner, so let's draw a triangle. Remember, if this is A, B, C, that means this is A, B, and C. And let's plug in what we know. What can we plug in? 4. Side C is 4, yep. What else? A inside is what? 27 degrees. And what is B? 27. Okay. They give us 3 pieces of information. We can find the others. I think the easiest is to find the third angle. Because what do all 3 angles add up to? 180. So let's take 180 minus 27 minus 27. What do we get for angle C? Somebody on their calculator. 126. Somebody fact check it. 126. I win again. Okay, so we found the third angle. Now we need to find the 2 sides. What equation can we use to find the sides that we just learned? You can only use a squared plus b squared equals c squared when there's a right angle. We don't have a 90 degree angle here. This is where our law of sines comes in with all these fractions. So a over sine A equals b over sine B equals c over sine C. So let's see it in action. Which side and angle do we know? C, right? So let's just set up an equation. 4 over sine of 126 equals do we know any other angles or sides? We know angle A, so we can solve for A. So let's set this up. A over sine of 27. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Do you guys understand how we set that equation up? Let's see what we plugged in there. Okay. Now, anytime that we have a fraction on each side of the equal sign, we can do cross multiplication. So let's take the top and multiply it by the bottom. So 4 times sine of 27 equals, over on this side, a times sine of 126. And now we're just solving an equation for a variable, solving for a right here. What's the imaginary sign between the a and the sine of 126? So the opposite of times would be, let's divide both sides by sine of 126. So those are going to cancel out. And a equals, want everybody to get out their calculator and practice plugging this in.
CLB.
We have one of those fractions with the trig function, so we need to be really careful with our parentheses. So on the top of your fraction or on your calculator, let's go parentheses 4 times sine, and it's going to pop up with a parentheses. Does everybody see this on their screen? Okay. 27. And then you need to close the angle parentheses, and then close the numerator parentheses. And then divided by. And let's, just for good practice, do parentheses, sine. It'll pop up with parentheses for you. Type in your other angle of 126, and then close it off with a double. What do we get for A?
2.2447.
And let's say it tells us to round to the nearest tenth, so 1 decimal place, what would that be?